子轩帮我跟他说好像而已。你好，大家好，大家午安，欢迎收看离岸风电今天下午在 Wind Expo 的这个采访。Thank you very much for joining us at the Asia Pacific Wind Expo here in Kaohsiung. We are happy to have Mr. Mokveld here with us today to talk with us a little bit about Holland's offshore wind industry. Now, Holland being my favorite touring destination, has long prided itself as a seafaring nation because it has a strong maritime technology and has one of the strongest maritime cluster around the world. Now, Mr. Klaus, we are honored to have you here today, and my first question is, can you tell me a little bit about the current picture of Netherlands offshore wind industry? For instance, how many wind farms do you have and the install capacity?
Okay, at the moment we have 3 wind parks operational in the Netherlands, and it's almost 1 gigawatt. We're planning until 2023 3.5 gigawatt extra, and in the long term we will have around 2030 11 gigawatt placed on the North Sea and our part of the North Sea.
So 11 gigawatts for the Netherlands in the year of 2030. That's a long-term goal. And we know that the zero subsidy offshore wind is emerging in Europe right now, and then we know that the Netherlands government has offered its first zero subsidy tendering for one of your wind farms here. Can you tell me a little bit about this policy that you have here?
Yes, in the Netherlands we have, first of all, we have a long time track record, you mentioned it before, in the maritime sector. We have a lot of ships and experience and knowledge in this area. Which we now put in use for the development of our wind parks. That's first. And then secondly, our government is doing a lot of work in the pre-tenders phase. So we do the permitting, we take care of research, we collect data, and also we provide through our TSO tenant the connection from the wind park to the onshore, and all this reduces the risk that wind park developers have to take. So when they have less risk, they can provide better prices. And that's why we are now able to have zero subsidy projects.
I'm interested, I'm curious, how long did it take your government to build this complete supply chain for this whole industry in order to reach this milestone? I would call this zero subsidy tariff a milestone for the industry.
Okay, but what I mentioned before, we have a long track record in the maritime sector. We have a good supply chain because of that. So our local providers, industry can provide a lot of technique and materials, etc. Very easily. And what is important to know that we needed to build this experience in wind park development, because we didn't have that before. Our first parks were very expensive, but because of the good track record and learning by doing, we were able now to have this zero subsidy project. Sorry.
So it's an accumulative
experience. Accumulated experience. That's a good word. Yeah.
And my third question is, how do your government balance the offshore industry development and ecological sustainability? If possible, can you give us an example?
Yes, we do a lot of environmental monitoring. Our government has a special program, the WOSA program, which is doing the environmental protection on the North Sea. And they are looking not only into birds and bats and other species like the harbor purpose, but also they look into the fishery and how it's connected to shipping lanes and aviation and all the other activities that are being done on the North Sea. Yeah, yeah. And it's all monitored, and there's a very academic and scientific program for that, and they use all kinds of new techniques to do that.
And finally, in what aspect do you think Holland can collaborate with the local Taiwanese companies? Like what sort of expertise, of experience you can offer them?
Yes, well, as the Dutch government is, with our experience, we can help the Taiwanese government and share our knowledge and our experience with them. And we can invite them to the Netherlands to see what we are doing there, and we can come here and bring our scientists and all knowledge companies to here and have them interact with the local companies and the local administration, also with the local scientists. So we are willing more than do that. Very happy to do that. Yeah, for the Taiwanese and the Taiwanese government. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. 感谢您的收看。那么等一下我们会有展场焦点的播出，那么等会我们就再见，谢谢。